So let's get right into this video because it's going to be kind of long. I am always on the hunt for the best liquid eyeliner. I really like matte, dark, black, like my soul eyeliner. And I feel like I'm always disappointed a lot of times. So I kind of just wanted to do a rundown of my favorites and least favorites of my recently purchased black eyeliners to let you know what is pretty cool and what to just avoid. First we have the Jordana Fabuliner. Really popular because it's super duper cheap. And it looks like this. It has that little felt tip pen. It's not super precise, but it's pretty nice. And I'd say in terms of pigmentation, I mean, it looks pretty good there. This one is about medium in terms of pigmentation. It doesn't dry super matte and it doesn't last super long, but it's $1.99 and it does make wings a little bit easier. And it is pretty easy to apply. So this one, in terms because of price is so good, I do like the applicator. And in terms, I would say that because the price is good, this would be 3 out of 5 flowers to my followers. The next one that super disappointed me was the NYX Super Skinny Eye Marker. And I had so many dreams and aspirations because it's just such a fine tip pen. But no matter what I do, of course right now I'm getting like amazing pigmentation out of it. But whenever I go to put this on my eye, it just craps out after 2 seconds on me. And even when I first bought it, maybe I just got a dud one, but it just doesn't show up. It'll like start to line and then turns like gray, translucent, ugly, not nice color. This applicator, I wanted it to work so bad, but for me, it's a half flower out of 5. Sorry. Next is the E.l.f. This one's really random. The E.l.f. waterproof eyeliner pen. It's actually a really cool looking pen and it goes like that. It is cool and matte, but the tip is super duper flimsy. So it's really hard to get a precise wing or a precise line because it's just flopping all over the place, wagging side to side, and it splits at the top. And I've only used this a couple times, but because this is so cheap, it's $1.99, the pigmentation's pretty decent and it stays really good. I'll give this a 2 flower out of 5 flower rating. Then we have our Rimmel Scandaleyes, and I have such a love-hate relationship with this. More hate, because this is another one I bought that has a really nice applicator, but it's also super flimsy, and it also just when I go to swatch them, they look great. When I go to put them on my eye, it's not getting the deep pigmentation that I want, and that's what this one does. Once in a while, I'll use it for my wing, but it does fade, unfortunately. Sometimes completely away. And I do put things to the test a lot because I do waitress and bartend, and I'm at some shifts for 16 hours, so I realize that that's a ridiculous amount of time to put something through, but I want this to hold up even through just my day shifts, you know? This is a 2 out of 5 because of just not showing up on my goddamn eye. Next, we have our Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Cat Eye Collection Liquid Eyeliner in Ultra Black. Now, the applicator for this used to have a little shoe on it, but I ripped it off because it made it hard to apply. Now, the applicator for this is super long and bendy and flimsy. I don't know if you can see that there, but it is super bendy. Good thing about this, even though I kind of hate the applicator, super black, super matte, the mattest of the matte. I like how dark and matte it dries, but it is kind of hard to get a wing. It is kind of hard to use how long it is. It gets on your lashes a lot because of how long the applicator is. So this is a 3 out of 5. And it's kind of expensive. It's like 10 or 11 bucks. Next, we have our Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum from Physicians Formula. This one's kind of old, so it's not going to show up super pigmented. It has the brush just like the Kat Von D tattoo liner. It shows up nice and pigmented there, but this one's really old and grungy. This is an awesome eyeliner, so foolproof. It's about 11 to 12 bucks at the drugstore, so it is expensive. However, it's amazing. I just feel like it's so foolproof. You really can't F up it, and it's such nice packaging. I like the little liner pen it comes in. It's sleek, it feels expensive, it looks expensive, it performs expensive. The only thing I wish I could change about it is it does not dry matte. It kind of dries a little bit shiny, and matte is my favorite, but it's so easy to use. It's definitely a 4.5 out of 5 flower for me. Then we have our Color Curl Intensify Me liquid liner, and it's in the pen, and it's got that little paddle brush where you go from side to side, and it's flat and rounded. Now, strange, it's like not coming up very dark right now, unfortunately, but that's because it's kind of used up. This is a really dark, good liner. Don't use it for a wing. This will never give you a wing with that weird paddle it is, but that's to make it thicker. But if you just use the line, it's a really good eyeliner. But it's super matte and lasts a super long time, and this really did pleasantly surprise me. And it lasted a while, and it's an intense black, so this is definitely a 4 out of 5 flower eyeliner. Then we have our NYC High Definition liquid liner, liquid high definition liquid eyeliner. It's all in different languages. I had such high hopes for this because, as you will see later, I really love another eyeliner from this brand. But this is in terms, it has the same exact tips as the Jordana. Also really cheap. It's about $3.99. Not as pigmented as I want it to be. Does not show up with that black. It shows up pretty gray, but it is pretty foolproof for a wing. I like it for that. And it's really, really cheap. But unfortunately, I just wish that it would show up better. I wish. So this is a 2.5 out of 5. And guys, I've been using all of these liners a lot. I haven't tried them a couple times. I always pull them out and try to reuse them, and they always end up not being dark enough on my eye, or just crapping out and giving me spaces in my lines and just showing up gray and not black, and it bothers me. This is the E.l.f. Expert Line Eyeliner. Here's my thing with E.l.f. Super cheap. Super duper cheap. Applicator's a little brush. Super easy to use, super black, super fine, really kind of awesome. I really like the applicator for it. Fades super fast. A lot of times I'll do different liners, and I'll do a eyeliner pen, and then I'll use this to do a wing because it's so easy, but my wing will fade off, and then I'll just have the line. No girl wants that. You want your wing all day. So for this, I do give it a 3 out of 5 because the applicator is awesome, and it's like $1.99. You can't really beat that. Aww. This is the L'Oreal Liner Intense Carbon Black. Looks like this. I really like this. However, one thing that really bothers me is the applicator is a little too short. It is a little brush, but when you're going to put this on your eye, because the bulky part of the stick is right here, it'll hit against your eyelash if you're not, your eyelid if you're not careful, and give you a big blotch if you don't get it off enough, or if you're just not super fine enough. The brush is super fine, pretty cool for a wing. Super fine, super long lasting, and I do really like this. It's a 4 out of 5. It kind of bothers me that you have to just be so precise with it. Not that you don't have to be precise with every liquid eyeliner, but this one you really got to be careful. Next one is super weird, to be honest. This is the L'Oreal Liner Intense Black Mica, which means it's not black all the way because that's always sold out. What a weird, it's like a spongy, moving, tip, but it's kind of cool. I don't really like it to do my wing, but it does bend towards the shape of your eyelid as you're putting it on. So it's super flexy, but in a not like going everywhere and spreading everywhere way. It stays pretty on point to where you want it to go and fills in what you need it to fill in. So I do really like this. I want to try it in the all black color. I kind of like that you can grip this really nice. So I do give this a 4 out of 5. I just wish I had it in the black color, and that's not this product's fault. I heard so many good things about this, and I've never been able to get it to work for me. It is the Milani Outtake liquid eyeliner. First of all, mine's broken. And it looks like this, and it just looks so good. However, it's gonna probably show up black. It's just super duper liquidy, doesn't show up on my eye, smears everywhere. Whenever I go to put it on my eye, it's just translucent, watery gray, and I hate it. I can never get it to work for me. Really, really sucks. Wish it would show up because it's sleek, and I heard so many good things about it, but to me, this is a half out of 5. Last but not least is kind of my holy grail eyeliner, and it is, I have two, my NYC oh God, they wear off. This one is the NYC liquid eyeliner. It's just the NYC liquid eyeliner that looks like this. So I wish sometimes that the brush wasn't so thick. You just really have to get some of the excess product off it. It's a little bit longer and less fine than the L'Oreal one so that you don't really hit that stick part into your eye. It dries so dark, so matte, so nice. I've kind of mastered using a wing with this because it's so awesome. It's not the easiest eyeliner to make a wing with, but it is like $2.99 or $3.99, and I've never found something from the drugstore that works this well. And I know everyone has heard that a million times, but this is the best drugstore liquid liner. If you know a better one, let me know, comment down below. But in terms of just how awesome this one is, the brush is super long, but it is just so, look at how black that is. It's just blown everything else that I've swatched on my hand away. It really has. It's amazing. And the way it dries is just the perfect matte finish, and it doesn't fade. It stays all day, no matter how long of a shift I'm working or what I'm doing. It's just incredible. And I'm just so happy that it's so cheap and NYC gave this to us at the drugstore level for such a cheap thing, you know? I feel like most of these eyeliners I showed you are double to triple the price of this and are nowhere near as good as it. So guys, this is all my opinion, and the reason I wanted to make this, I know this is kind of a lot of eyeliners. Oh, by the way, 5 out of 5 flowers for this one. But the reason I wanted to make this is because I kind of wanted to warn you. I have seen a couple of videos and reviews on these that never worked for me, so they might work for other people, but they really stink for me, and I kind of just want to warn you. Don't be offended if you love one of these. Obviously, everyone's different, and maybe I got some bum ones. I don't know. Let me know. The reason I do this is I'm still on the search for the perfect liquid liner, even though I love this. I'm looking for one in a pen. All the pens really disappoint me. I really hate most of the pens I have. This is a brush applicator. If you guys know a pen applicator that's like Incredibles, let me know, because most of these that I showed you suck majorly. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment below, like I said, about what your favorite liquid eyeliner from the drugstore is, because I really want to know. As you can tell, I am on the forever search. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome night. Bye! I have Harvey at my feet now, eating paint from the door. Hopefully it's not loud. Oh, Harvey, he like picked the cement out of the door.
What? Give it.
He picks the cement out of like the frame of the whole
The plaster.
Oh my, he has more.
Alright.
It's in the back of his throat. Give it to me.
I don't think we had bones left.
Give it to me.
I wish I could move the camera to show everybody